And that is number one, Princess Skystar and Queen Novo. One of the things that I really enjoyed from the MLP movie was the trip to see Equestria, where they had to get the part in order to save Equestria. However, Queen Nova denies that, but after a song, it sort of works, but then Princess Twilight steals the part because it was basically off a plan and they got banished and stuff like that. Now, I know that we see Sequestria sometime in season 8, mainly when Twilight and the CMC go there in order to fix a friendship problem. I still think that having an episode, having the returning characters like Queen Nova and Princess Starscar will actually make the episode really phenomenal, in my opinion. I'm not doing a pun intended from AJ Styles, I'm just saying. Although that, yes, it's kind of weird to have an episode focusing on two of the characters who one of them having a grudge against Twilight. I still think that them having an actual return after the movie will probably be a very good idea, since I did my research that there could be a special movie concept. I know that this isn't completely true considering the fact that this came out like in 2017 or something, but after watching of what's going to happen in 2019, I'm probably going to be very excited if this is actually going to be a special. Because with the information that we recently got, that there's going to be 3 specials exclusively for My Little Pony. Since that season 9 could be the final season, they want to put all their effort into making My Little Pony the best season that there is. There's a Rainbow Spring special, a Friendship Day special, and a Rainbow Holiday special, similar to the Best Gift Ever special. I think that one of them, I know that having a episode involving 2 characters with the actress being very expensive, get to Leo, won't fit for a 22-minute episode, but for a 44-minute special, it should really work. Because I think for what they could do, they can easily get away with the problems and have Queen Nova actually interact with Princess Celestia. Yeah, we did saw this in the credits, but at the same time, you can understand that there could be more scenes like Queen Nova looking to different locations and how life has changed ever since the Storm King has gone away, and more interesting ideas of what they can do. I know it will probably be like going to place sort of kind of thing, but after the Storm King completely gone, the Sequestria is pretty much free from harm. And I really think that having returning characters like Princess Skystar having more scenes with Pinkie Pie will probably make the special way more better and way more amazing, just like the interactions from the movie. Because believe me, the characters that we got from the My Little Pony movie was a lot, but at the same time, they kind of fit since they were living in one location and that's it. Well, except the end where they had to work together to stop the Storm King, but it's towards the end, so it's really not much of a big change when it comes to saving the world. And I actually wanted to see the aftermath of what actually happened between the trusting the main 6, even though that Rainbow Twilight Spot got completely screwed up for stealing the paw. But I know it could be an off-screen apology, which is kind of done to death, in my opinion, on the show. I still think that having them return after the dangerous situations they had to go through from the MLP movie, it will probably be really an interesting idea of what they can do. I mean, think about of what Queen Nova is like since the Storm King's army is completely gone forever. Although she's kind of relieved that it's all over with, but in the movie, all she did was just go to Canterlot and ground her daughter and then meet Princess Celestia. That's basically it. In my opinion, having a movie and having no returning characters, not return at all, is kind of a letdown. I know that the actresses are very expensive, but at the same time, when characters who make a return after a movie, they have different actresses, and even though they don't sound really good for the replacements, they're still fitting for what they can do for the show of the budget that they have. Yeah, I know. People have different opinions about for actresses and how expensive they are, but the thing is, having characters who voiced who are very expensive is probably a better way, considering the fact that they wanted to make the MLP movie really good, and since that it was literally the only thing that they have, they probably wanted to do something very special with the specials of 2019. Again, these actresses are very expensive, but at the same time, for a 44-minute special, it can actually work because they did the same thing with Where I Link in the season 4 episode of Cheese Sandwich facing off Pinkie Pie. Even though he isn't really expensive as the other two actresses who voice Princess Skystar and Queen Nova, it would be kind of very interesting to see them recast their roles for one 44-minute special. As for anyone else like Tempest, Capo, and the Pirates, I have nothing against them, but at the same time, I don't think I really like them like I used to back then. I mean, I still like Capo being very non-unpredictable when it comes to trusting the main six onto going with his footsteps. But at the same time, most of the characters who are from the desert location never made a return, considering the fact that it's a very dangerous and different location. And as for the pirates, well, I think similar to Templars, they pretty much went to a different location. It would have been cool to see these characters return, but at the same time, they're probably exclusive to the movie. And not only that, they're completely different. Unlike the Sequester people, well, they're a mix of sea, mermaids, and ponies. These are just boat characters who usually go to different locations all the time. Keep in mind that the My Little Pony movie was way more bigger and way more serious than the show itself. Considering the fact that Twilight and her friends went outside of Equestria and go to different locations that they never went to. And I think the only reason why Sequestria had a return and the citizens is because, well, the ponies and sea mermaids combined together, and there's probably a reason onto why we got characters like Silverstream in season 8. Yes, you can argue all you want on how this idea won't actually fit, but that's pretty much onto why we got sea ponies and hippogriffs in season 8. And even though it's kind of a spoiler for anyone who haven't watched the movie, it's still a very interesting thing and probably a unique idea of how they actually have hippogriffs being part of the TV show and have some name references in the episode School Days. Like, they mentioned Queen Nova several times, and when they return to Sequestria, Twilight says there used to be a ghost town. Believe me, a lot of things have happened ever since the movie came to an end. Again, we don't know for sure if any of the characters from the My Little Pony movie are going to return, but if they do, it will probably be very exciting to see. And it's probably a better way to have at least a minimum of characters returning, other than having the entire cast who worked on the My Little Pony movie actually make a return, because believe me, 44 minutes isn't enough for so many characters. In my opinion, 2 returning characters like Queen Nova and Princess Skystar really worked, and I really want to see more relationships between Queen Nova's thoughts on Princess Twilight and Princess Skystar's interactions with new things that happen after the movie. I still hope that it's going to happen at least in the specials, since that the specials are going to be part of season 9, kind of like the best gift ever from season 8. Anyway, this is it. This is my top 5 things I want to see in My Little Pony Season 9. Even though that all my things isn't going to happen, but I still hope it could. Again, we don't know if Season 9 is going to be the final season, but if it is, it has to be a very grand season finale, kind of like the MLP movie, and having more effort onto the final season of the show after everything they did in the show. Anyway, next week I'm going to be revisiting a season 2 finale called A Cancelot Wedding because, well, I have a lot to explain on to why it's my favorite season finale, and in that revisit, I'm going to talk about most of the season 9 finale of what they can do for the finale of the show, because believe me, the season 2 finale is still one of my favorite finales from the show. And anyway, I hope you guys completely enjoy this video, and I'll see you next week.